Hey everyone, welcome to this first rendition of Inside the Film Room with Lainey Gerber, and I'm joined with Ramon Richards this week to break down secondary plays from the Tulsa game. Ramon, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Thanks for allowing me to do this. This is the first time for me. I'm excited. I've watched the game, and I'm excited to actually get to speak about it a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for doing this with me. So I'll go ahead and play what we've got in this first clip here. So as you can see on this one, Colby Harvell-Peel just comes from the outside and makes his way in, and he's a safety, so usually you'd think he would like make his way back, but what did he see that led him to make his way in instead?
I mean, that's just a great play overall. It's 3rd and goal, 1 yard to go. And, Harvell-Peel last year made a lot of interceptions, a lot of plays on the back end, but right here he comes down, he shaves right down the line of scrimmage. He doesn't waste any movement, no wasted steps, gets right to the running back. That's a great play by a safety, in college football. So that's a great stop on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and short.
Nice. And so do you think that it had a lot to do with communication amongst all the secondary guys? Like, do you think him and his corner kind of had it figured out, like, hey, you can drop back and I can make my way in if I have to?
Yeah, on that, he just pulls the trigger. He just does his job at the end of the day. He does his job. He pulls the trigger. And, when it's opportunity to make that play, he did. He's not worried about anybody else. And that's what I like about this kid. I like to celebrate him, too. He out there having fun. He had a little swag to him.
And then right here, this is Tulsa's touchdown pass. This is a different angle of it. Colby Harvell-Peel was right on top of him. He was in front of him, but he wasn't quite able to break up that pass. What more do you think he could have done to have been there?
Honestly, I think he did a great job. He did what he was supposed to do. It's in the red zone, so you never want a guy to cross your face in the red zone, so he's probably playing inside leverage. The guy breaks out, and, great pass by the quarterback and even greater catch by the receiver. Harvell-Peel is right there like, in his hip pocket. So, Tulsa, they're, college football players, too. They make good plays. Harvell-Peel is where he's supposed to be.
And do you really want to not risk getting those PI calls or anything in the red zone?
I think if he's competing, sometimes PIs happen. Mm-hmm. But, he was playing to his leverage. I'm sure the coach stressed, do not let the guy go across the field and, across his face. And when they break out, that's the hardest throw for a quarterback. That's the play that we want as defenders. And, they made a great pass and a great catch. So he was right there. He did a great job.
And then this play, there's a lot going on. So obviously there's a lot of pressure on Smith right here. And he has two guys he wants to throw with, but both of them are in really tight coverage, so he doesn't have much he can do. Both defenders on that play were in front of their receivers. Is being in front, like, the key to this whole thing?
Yeah, they're in the red zone, so you basically want to kind of play basketball and box out. The D-line puts great pressure on the quarterback. So, the quarterback can escape. I saw him. He can move a little bit with his feet, make plays with his feet. And at that point, it's scramble drill for the DBs. We practiced this in practice. So, Deuce or Tanner McAllister made a great play, staying with his receiver and just staying in shape, not looking back at the quarterback. And then when it's time to get his hands on the ball, he did. So that's a great play and not giving up on the play by Oklahoma State's defense as a whole.
And I hear a lot from secondary guys that, like, they try to figure out when to use their physicality versus their technique with whoever they're on. What do you think that Tanner McAllister used more of here? And what do you think was his thought process going through that?
I think the main thing for him, he just, he stayed with the play. He never took his foot off the pedal. It's a long play, it's extended. That's about 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's a long time in football. And for him to be able to stay with his receiver and stay disciplined and, to make a play on the ball when he got an opportunity, that's a great college football play by Tanner.
Nice. And if we go back just a little bit, you see that Smith wants to throw to his guy up here at the top of the screen, but Jarek Bernard-Converse is all over him. And so he's like, okay, that's not going to work right there. And he follows his receiver all the way from the other side of the field and across. So do you think that, like, the first few steps of the route kind of determine, like, how the whole thing is going to go for him to really be able to stay on top of his receiver?
Yeah, so, he's glued to his receiver. He takes away the quarterback first option. And then the defensive line is doing a great job putting pressure on the quarterback. So at that point, now you have to expect the play to be extended a couple more seconds. Now it's time to, dig deep and keep running and keep fighting until that ball is in the air and it's time to make a play. So, I mean, I think if the ball was thrown to Bernard, he would have made the same great play that Tanner made. This is showstopper Pill right here.
And Smith has a lot of time right here, but Colby Harvell-Peel kind of redeems himself from the end zone earlier.
He's a playmaker, man. I know last year he got a lot of interceptions. That's how you seal a game. I remember when I played at Oklahoma State, my junior year, we played against Central Michigan. And, it's fourth quarter, last play of the game, they throw the ball up, and instead of, one of us intercepting the ball, we kind of let them catch it, and they score and win the game. You know what I mean? So Harvell-Peel eliminates that whole process by just intercepting the ball and calling it for the Cowboys.
Do you think that's something that they've, gone over in film before, or is it just kind of a practice thing? If you're a secondary guy and you're back there, this is your job. I'm
most definitely sure that play that we had against Central Michigan is on teach tape for the rest of Oklahoma State, for the rest of time. You know what I mean? So he does a great job of just sealing the game, leaving no doubt, and allowing them boys to go home with a win.
And he is already in the backfield for this play. He just kind of drops back in the beginning. He doesn't really have anything else to look for besides watch the ball and block it or grab it or whatever. What do you think made the play successful for him?
I think just discipline within the whole team. Like I said, the defensive line put pressure on the quarterback. They allowed him to not stand in the pocket as long as he would have liked to. Now he throws the ball short, and then Harvell-Peel just makes a great play. The cornerbacks are in position, with their receivers, and it's up to him to seal the game for the Cowboys. And he did exactly that.
All right,
he
awesome.
made a lot of plays. He made the short stop earlier, coming on the line of scrimmage. He makes plays in the back end. He makes plays all over the field, man. I'm excited to see what he does this year. That's Jim Thorpe watch list right there. Watch out for him.
Yes, sir.
Hey, they got to win. As long as they came out 1-0, we have something to talk about. We have something to be happy for.
Exactly. That made this video a whole lot fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks so much for doing this with me and for going over all this with me and being our football expert, because obviously a lot of us have not played college and professional football, so we definitely do not know as much as you do.
Oh, no. Thank you for allowing me to be am I the first guest?
Yeah.
Am I the first guest here? Oh, thank you for allowing me to, be the season premiere on here. You know what I mean? It's an honor. It's a privilege. I appreciate it. Come up here and smile a little bit, have a little fun. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.